Hey there, everybody. This is just kind of an introduction to um, setting up your own user account, or I know you can set up your own user account, so I'm not going to walk you through that. Just some of the things to notice when using ReplIt. That is what I am in here. Just some of the things to notice when you are signed into your own ReplIt account, about how to do things like name files, about how to do things like move them into folders, and how to do things like recover a previously started Repl that maybe you didn't have an opportunity to save before something went like catastrophically wrong. So here, what I have is just a a pretty plain, ordinary little Java file, right? So I've got two print lines, hello world and waka waka waka, because we just got done watching Muppet Babies. So that is what we see over here in the right-hand window for our outputs. Remember that if something was to go wrong, if I remove the semicolon here at the back of that line and hit run, what we're going to do is see an error. And again, it's going to tell you main.java, line number 4, error, semicolon expected. That is pretty descriptive of exactly what the error was right here. Just a couple of things to note. Number one is when you are ready to submit this as an assignment, let's say that this was ready to go, you would come over here to share, click on share, and you can see the share link. And what you're going to get, if you copy that, I'm going to go ahead and just paste this in a new window, and away we go. Or a new tab rather, and away we go. What you're going to notice is it is actually going to be my same Repl. So this is what I would take. You would just paste all of these links into a Word document and submit that Word document at the end of the week, and voila, away we go. Your assignment can be completed that way. A couple of things to note real quick here. Number one is you'll notice I've already used the dark theme here. Over here on the left-hand side under settings, if you go ahead and click that, you can change the layout. You can do stacked, which is on top of each other, or side by side. You will find that stacked doesn't give your output window here enough space. By the end of sessions 4 and 5, you're going to be chewing up most of the space here already. So I would advise against it, but you know what? Whatever. Take your pick. Over here, theme, dark versus light. Again, if you're going to be staring at this for a long time, every developer has come to the conclusion that dark is easier on your eyes. You can change the font size if you like it to be larger. You can do the indentation changes. I actually suggest that you keep it at spaces because tabs are going to take up too much of the horizontal space here, left to right. Indent size 2, that's perfect. I wouldn't change keybinds. I wouldn't change wrapping. And down here at the very bottom, code intelligence. I would, as a matter of fact, enable that. This is what we didn't get to go in class the other day because I wasn't signed in. So this way, if I say system dot, you'll see, boom, I've got all my intelligent code here show up. So I can say system dot out dot. It never works just when you have. There we go. Maybe not. Print, there we go. So I was typing too quickly for it. That's unusual. So I can use the up and down arrow keys here to select exactly what I want. So that works in your favor. Print line, that's on the very bottom here. And you'll notice it already fills in for you the rest of that line. If I simply insert one double quotes, it's going to give me the 2 double quotes that you see there. So I can say, hello Kermit here, and that's going to be displayed properly in that window. So here's the good part about ReplIt, the way this works. As you are doing more coding here, that same link that you shared with me before, so if I come in through share and I copy this link again and I paste it in a new tab, what you're going to notice is we're going to have, I can just close out of that window there, the hello Kermit line is there automatically. So even if you share a link with me, as you're developing something, that link is still going to have your last good product available rather to me in there. So that works really well. Invite is up here. If you know that you're going to work in a project team with other people, and I again suggest that that's absolutely okay. Just let me know you're working in a project team and let me know who you're working in a project team with, and away you go. You can actually just take this copied link and share that with whomever it is you're going to work with, and you can both, or however many of you there are, I would suggest away. This only gives you 3 people. 3 people, it turns out, is about the maximum you would want in a project team anyway. If you share this link, you can have all 3 of you developing in the same file at the same time, and what you'll get is different cursors, and you'll see who is working on your file. That works really great. Up here in the upper right-hand corner, if you click New Repl, it's going to, in very, very short order, learn what your favorite languages are. So these are all the ones I use for all the classes I teach. I'm going to select Java from here, and I'm going to be able to name the Repl. Do name your projects. So if this is Chapter 2, Exercise 5, just name it Chapter 2, Exercise 5. That's going to help you keep track of everything as you go along. It's going to help me figure out what I'm looking at when you submit stuff too. And as the next developer in the chain, that's always nice. And after I say create Repl, we're going to get here in the new window, we're going to get our automatically generated main class, and that's going to be fantastic. Up here in the upper left-hand corner, if you go home, or here with my little orange robot dude, I'm just going to go to the ReplIt Home. It's going to show me, well, all the languages I've coded in here. But here under my Repls, that's where your stuff is going to be located. Now, ReplIt does not automatically maintain. You can see that here. I left everything just kind of in a mess, frankly. It does not. You'll see here's my Chapter 2 Exercise 5. It's there instantaneously. You can take and drag these files into folders. You can create as many new folders as you like. If I go into the CIS 240 Java folder, you can see I already have a Chapter 2 folder, but then I have to keep moving everything into my folder, into my folder, into my folder. I understand that that's a little less convenient than maybe being able to do it, in a regular window. But it is worth it. If you extrapolate out, we've got 12 chapters worth of material. On average, there are 5 end of chapter exercises, so that's 60 of these. Now, that's not too many, I understand. Files to go filtering down through. It's not a huge inconvenient thing, but it does help. I'll tell you, the better sorted these things are, you can be working on a project down the line. So in Chapter 3 already, we're going to see a bigger piece of code that you are going to develop at the end of class next week as part of a project team. And even then already, it'll be nice to be able to say, okay, I think I remember doing this. Let's go back to our code and use some pieces of that. That's what you're going to be able to do there. So this is ReplIt. Again, I would absolutely suggest, I'm just going to come in through here, named constants. I would absolutely suggest, number 1, turning on code intelligence. Number 2, turning on dark mode. Both of those are located over here on your left-hand side. When you are completed with your code here, come up to share and copy this link. If you copy that link and paste it into a Word document and submit that Word document, boom, now you have a submission that's ready to go for Eagle. And that is all the good stuff you need to know about ReplIt.